like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie
it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
Cheer up the boys, he knew. He made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will attempt to show up and play the second game of a 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays down here at George Steinbrenner Field in Tampa Bay, Florida. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me. And yes, what a week of baseball if you're an Oriole fan. Shall we wrap up the week that was and hopefully start a whole different kind of week starting tonight? I hope so. It is Saturday night. So going back to last Saturday, the Orioles lost to the Marlins 6-0. Sunday, they lost to the Marlins 11-1. Monday, we didn't have a game. Tuesday, we didn't have a game. Wednesday, we didn't have a game. Thursday, we didn't have a game. And then we had a game last night, and we lost 11-1. So let me do some quick math. Yes, that is 1 week in the middle of summer where the Orioles have scored 2 runs and have given up 28 and have had the absolute crap beat them out of them for 3 straight games, with an all-star break in between. I'm happy now. I'm quite happy about the all-star break. I'm glad that those 3 games, the 2 before and the one after, were split up with a break. But it was, last night was really rough, okay? It took a lot out of me. I spent most of the stream just berating the organization for what led us to put us in this position. I can't do that for the next, where are we at? Game number 96 tonight. That's 66 more games to go. I can't do this for 66 games. The team needs a lot of help. And I say help, that means a lot more than just the word help. But I've talked a lot about it. I'm not saying I'm not going to talk about it. From here on forward, it's just I have to pace myself at least. Hopefully you folks can understand. I want to start every ball game with a little bit of optimism and at least try to watch a nice product on the field. Whether or not the wins we collect for the rest of the season are going to add up to something involving October remains to be seen, and odds are not very good. But I do want to watch this team respond after last night in some way. Just something, please. That's about all I got. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup tonight. Dean Kremer is on the mound. That's good news for us. Kremer has faced the Rays a couple of times already this season. He's been brilliant in those 2 starts. We're hoping for more of the same tonight. He'll be up against Zach Littell, a right-hander for the Rays. We've seen Littell earlier in the season. Kremer and Littell both have a record of 8-7. Kremer's ERA is at 4.24. Littell at 3.56. Kremer with a whip of 1.27. Littell 1.08. Kremer does walk a few more people than Littell, but Littell gives up the home run ball a lot more. He's given up 24 home runs as Littell in 116 innings pitched this season. That's a lot. He's well on his way to 40 plus home runs in a full complement of starts this season. So I would hope that the Orioles, who once had a reputation for being home run dependent, can perhaps square a few baseballs up against this guy and score some runs that way. Because if we can't do it on one swing, it doesn't look lately like we're capable of rallying with multiple hits and other contributions that lead to runs. Again, 2 runs over our last 3 games, and no offense to the teams we're playing, but we're talking about the Marlins and the Rays. The Marlins are, I believe, in 4th place in the East, in the National League East. The Rays are 4th place in the American League East. The Rays do have a winning record. The Marlins do not. We should not be losing like this, though, to either team. This is bad. This is quite bad. 28-2 over our last 3 games. Can we improve on that? We had won 6 out of 7 before we hit this brick wall. Anybody remember what the vibes were like about 8 days ago? They were pretty damn good. It has been really painful for about a week. Again, I'm just hoping to see something enjoyable tonight. Folks, it's not always about losing, it's how you lose. And the way we've been losing the last few games, it's upsetting. It's upsetting to watch a team that doesn't really look like there's any sense of urgency or will to do anything it takes to win a ball game. And that's all I expect from my team. That's all I want out of my team. I have watched my Orioles put up a lot of seasons in 4th or 5th place. Teams that weren't very good, teams that didn't have a lot of great players. But, if a team was trying, if a team was doing everything they could to, at least address some of the issues that are going on, attempt to address some issues, try to improve some things. I don't berate the team for that. Anything you can do to try and make yourself better has my A-OK, and I can go through the hard times. But what's been happening lately with this team, in my personal point of view, again, folks, I don't want to be the wet blanket at the party here. I'm trying to host a channel and have a nice community of Oriole fans where we can enjoy watching baseball together. That's the number one objective here. I don't want to get everybody down. So take what I say and, do what you will with it. But I just want to see this team do better than we've seen lately. I'll leave it at that. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Orioles. Leading off playing second base is Jackson Holliday. Jordan Westburg is going to DH tonight. He's batting second. Gunnar Henderson will hit third and play shortstop as usual. Ryan O'Hearn is the cleanup hitter playing at first base. Ramon Laureano will bat fifth. He's in left field tonight. Colton Cowser is in center field hitting sixth. Tyler O'Neill will get a start in right. He'll bat seventh. Ramon Arias gets a start. He's at third base. He'll bat eighth. And Jacob Stallings, again behind the plate, he'll bat ninth. For the Tampa Bay Rays, who really did a number on us last night. 4 home run balls, including a grand slam. The whole lineup was hitting off of us. Chandler Simpson will lead off and play in center field. Brandon Lau at second base will bat second. Yandy Diaz will DH and hit third. Jonathan Aranda is at first base, the cleanup hitter. Junior Caminero is at third base hitting fifth. He's up to 25 home runs after last night. Josh Lowe is in right field hitting sixth. Jake Mangum in left field batting seventh. Hae-Sung Kim is the shortstop batting eighth. And Matt Tice is doing the catching for the Rays, and he'll bat ninth. It looks like in the booth we've got Wagner and Palmer. Ben McDonald apparently. How you doing, Charm City chat? Let me know if you have the details on this. I only saw a brief, small post on my Discord from Ms. Janet, but Ben McDonald apparently had an accident. I think he was out hunting or something, fell out of like a hunting little perch, like 20 feet off the ground or so. And he's laid up in the hospital right now. He's recovering. He's doing okay. Nothing crazy bad for him, but he did have himself an accident. So I can understand why Ben's not around. But 25 feet, says Carl. A tree stand. Yeah, a tree stand for, perching and waiting to do hunting things. It's not really my forte, but yeah. I know what a tree stand, or your typical little hunting tree stand looks like, and he fell out of it. He's a big boy. 25 feet's a long way, but luckily he's got about 7 of it covered because he's Big Ben. And yeah, he'll be okay. It sounds like he'll be okay. Zach Eflin is ready to get back into the rotation. I've been eager, says Eflin. I feel like I've been ready, more so just to prove I can kind of do it yesterday. The back feels great. Eflin had tossed 4 innings in the Florida Complex League, allowing 5 unearned runs in the 4th. Well, I got to be honest, Zach. That pitching line doesn't exactly inspire that you're ready. 5 unearned runs in the 4th inning. I mean, unearned, but how did all those guys get on base? Sammy Basayo, nobody's going to want to hear this, but hopefully it's not a huge situation. An oblique strain for Basayo. He's not going to play down in Norfolk this weekend. I say down in Norfolk. I have no idea if they're at home or on the road, but either way, Basayo is going to be shut down for a few days. Obviously, we all hold our breath, more so because it's really difficult to trust the timetable that the Orioles put out there for our players whenever they're hurt. We always seem to get some kind of a estimate that never proves to be accurate and always seems to be erring on the side of way too optimistic. And we always seem to be waiting longer. But hopefully Basayo will be out for just a few games and back in the lineup next week. Other than that, folks, what do we got? Albert Suarez doesn't look like he's too close to returning. Possibly will start throwing live batting practice at the end of the month. Tyler Wells threw live batting practice down in Sarasota on Sunday. Keegan Aiken is supposed to pitch, this Sunday. So I guess tomorrow. Tyler Wells will throw live BP in Sarasota, which isn't all that far from where the Orioles are right now in Tampa. And Keegan Aiken will be pitching in the Florida Complex League on Monday. And so, again, I think he's probably about a week from coming back. Bradish is on the verge of a rehab assignment after 2 innings of live batting practice. I guess it was yesterday or today. I think it was today. So we do have a lot of players that are going to be coming back. It doesn't look like it's going to be in time to help turn this thing around. And again, I don't necessarily feel like the Orioles' issues come down simply to injuries. I think it runs a lot deeper than that. But we got all kinds of time to talk about it, folks. Jackson Holliday is ready to step into the batter's box. And we are ready for some baseball here at George Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Zach Littell is making his 20th start. Record of 8-7. And The Rays are wearing their old school home Devil Rays jerseys tonight. Orioles wearing their orange shirts with the gray pants. First pitch of the ball game is fouled back by Holiday, and we're underway here. 0-1 on Jackson. How you doing, Charm City chat? Be checking in with you in just a sec. Go ahead and get that like button hit out of the way if you don't mind. Another foul ball from Holiday on a slider by Littell makes the count 0-2. Holiday comes in tonight hitting .256. Only 2 Oriole batters got on base with hits last night. Gunnar Henderson had a double and a triple. Colton Cowser had 3 singles and a walk, but that was it. And the only run of the ball game coming in after being down 11-0 in the top of the 9th on a ground out. It has been a while since we've watched this team score some runs. This ball bounces in there on Holiday. It's a count of 1-2. And the next pitch is high. We got a 2-2 count leading off the ball game for Holiday. The Orioles have also signed a few more of their recently drafted players. There's a line drive base hit in the right field for Jackson. Into that sun-drenched right field. Holiday gets us started with a single, and that inspires a little bit of hope, a little bit of optimism. Good start. I can start pressing buttons now. All right, Jordan Westburg. 246 the average, 10 homers and 21 driven in.
Well, West is that way.
Well, I guess Chilo beat me to the punch. I was going to continue on about the draft day signings, but there you go. Want to know the count on Westburg? That one's hit hard in the right center field. That could drop. It will drop and go all the way to the track. Holiday is hitting third base. We'll pull up there. Westburg is at second with a double. It's second and third. Nobody out. Splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Westburg got a pitch that was dropping down to the bottom of the zone, and he got the bat head down on it, took it to the opposite field. Really nice swing there. His 6th double of the season. And we're in business, second and third, nobody out for Gunnar Henderson. Again, he had 5 bases last night, a double and a triple. And the first pitch to him is well outside for ball 1.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
All right, so we ended the perfect game. We've ended the no-hitter. Let's go ahead and get the no shutout out of the way. That pitch is high, and it's 2-0. Zach Littell is in trouble, folks. Orioles smell blood in the water. Let's do something. 2-0 count on Henderson. He got a fastball. He swung and missed. It was in the zone on the outer half of the plate. Gunnar asks for time. He's batting .282 coming into tonight with 11 homers and 31 RBI. Holiday at third, Westburg at second. Nobody out here in the top of the first. The 2-1 pitch is low. It's in the dirt. It is 3-1, folks. Zach Littell is going to try to help us out tonight. So far, he's setting us up for something. 3-1 count on Gunnar. Pitch. Oh, a check swing foul on a bad slider that was above the zone. It would have been ball 4. That is a sign that we are just a little too anxious to get back to scoring some runs. Wait for your pitch, Gunner. This guy's been struggling. Payoff pitch. Reach for, hit to left field. That's going to be caught. Tagging is Holiday. The throw in is it's short. It goes to the cutoff man. And Holiday will score on a sacrifice fly by Gunnar Henderson to left. Folks, the Orioles are on the board first. It's 1-0. With only one away and Westberg at second base. Well, it took until, about 1 out in the 9th inning to score last night. We do it today on the first out of the ball game. Here's Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
And first pitch is a strike to him. Westberg takes his lead off at second base. That's a called strike by the ump. It is a bad call. And this pitcher has done nothing so far tonight to deserve a call like that. That was 3 inches above the zone. And the count 0-2 on O'Hearn. Low on a splitter and inside as well. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blue, you make another call like that in the middle of a rally, I'm grabbing the B bag. Ain't got time for that. 1-2 on O'Hearn. Pitch. Hit hard and past the diving glove of Aranda into right field. A base hit. Westberg will turn third and score easily. It's going to be a long single, an RBI knock for Ryan O'Hearn. It's 2-0 Baltimore. It's the third hit of the inning, still only 1 out. The Orioles have matched their run total from the previous week with only 1 out in the top of the first tonight. There's still people getting their concession food, haven't sat down yet. 2-0 Orioles. We're in the top of the first, 1 away, and the batter Ramon Laureano.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Littell's up to 18 pitches. And he hasn't fooled anybody yet in this first inning. Laureano's batting .279. First pitch swinging. He got a fastball top of the zone and he missed it. 11 homers, 36 driven in for Laureano. That ball's hit on the ground, third base side, foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Let's give Dino a nice pad of a lead here. Kremer again has faced the Rays twice already this season, and he's been really good in both starts. This pitch from Littell's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Laureano. I have no idea what that means. Here's a swing and a miss. Laureano chased a slider outside off the plate by a lot, but he swung. It's 2 away now after that strikeout. Colton Cowser coming up. Cowser, despite the team looking terrible last night, had himself a good night. He got on base all 4 times. 3 singles and a walk. Average is at .237. He takes a first pitch strike. O'Hearn at first base with 2 down. There's 2 runs in. Over the plate, but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's see if the scoreboard is up and running here. It needs a little adjusting, but looks like it's ready. The 1-1 pitch is popped up. Third base side into the crowd. There we go. Okay. There we are. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled off by Cowser, 1-2. Charm City Chat, I'll be checking in with you between the next inning, this inning and the next. It'd be nice to catch up with everybody here. We got a 1-2 count on the Milkman pitch. That one's hit hard, but right at Aranda on 1 bounce. He'll tap the bag at first to end the inning. But Baltimore have showed up. The bats have shown up at least against Zach Littell. He helped us out. Didn't really look that good on the mound. Either missing pitches or leaving them out over the plate. We get a couple of runs on a few hits at the end of half an inning. It's the Orioles 2 and the Rays are coming up. Charm City Chat. You down with CCC? All right, let's do this. First things first. 84 people are here right now. Less than half of you have hit the like button. We have to go ahead and do our part, folks. Would you mind just getting that out of the way? Tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your device, whatever you're watching this on, and help out the channel. It's all you have to. It's the only requirement. Come on now. Get it out of the way. Bucks Rays Bolts is back. Chilo is here. Matt, Kurt M, George, El Duderino, Logan, AB Normal. How you doing, AB? Jinxie the Cat says it feels like 105 degrees in the shade. I am not jealous of that. Erica is here. Says, let's forget about everything that's happened so far and be positive. All right, Erica, I'm going to do my best. So far, so good. Who else is here? Carl is here. Saying, Orioles, please don't suck again tonight. Again, so far, so good. Soren is here. George, what's going on with Adley? George, he's starting to get his work in to rehab and come back. He worked with Bradish today, I believe. He caught Bradish, at least he was supposed to. If you've got something different about that, let me know. Tom is here. Dean Kremer is about to throw his first pitch here in the bottom of the first. John M. saying hello. There's a called strike to Chandler Simpson, who was on a tear, a 17-game hitting streak. He had 3 hits last night, and he didn't even play the whole ball game. After the Rays built up a big lead, they started putting in some new players. He fouls this pitch away. It's 0-2. Rod is here. How you doing? Did I get everybody? Edward, I don't know where I left off and if I'm repeating now. Daniel Barry, Christian Slater, not Christian Slater, a guy named Christian and a guy named Slater. They just happen to be right next to each other. John M. Did I get you? Edward. We got a 1-2 count now on Simpson. Swing and a miss on a splitter from Dino. 1 batter, 1 strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Man, that splitter just went straight down. Usually you see a little bit of a hump in that splitter. That one just went straight down. And Simpson went for it. Let's go Ravens is here. I think I'm all caught up. Here's a swing and a miss by Brandon Lau. The Rays second baseman, all-star, hitting .272, 19 homers, 50 driven in. Hey there, Don Dingleberry. Big curveball from Kremer stays up and away. 1-1 on Lau. Kremer is on the leaderboard in the American League when it comes to throwing first pitch strikes. We all like that. He's up there with Skubal, Seth Lugo, and Kevin Gossman. That stat stolen straight off the Masson broadcast. A curveball swung on and missed. And the count 1-2 on Lau. Hey, folks, can we have a no Kyle Stowers talked about in the chat tonight? We all know. I can't. This curveball bounces in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lau. I mean, we all know. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm done. What can you do? I must have sat and moaned about the trade for Glenn Davis for about 8 years. And I want about 7 of those years back. But what are you going to do? We got a full count on Brandon Lau now. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the first. Pitch. Foul back. Yeah, no need to apologize. I hadn't said anything yet, but let's all be honest. It's not doing our mental health any good at this point. We know he's crushing it for the Marlins. It sucks. Payoff pitch to Lau. And that's a called strike 3 right in there on the outside half of the plate. Lau frozen.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Kremer, 2 outs via the punch out. Nice start. Oh, yeah. Manny Machado went off. A lot of ex-Orioles with good nights last night around the league. Just to poke at the wound a little bit more. Here's Yandy Diaz, first pitch strike to him. He's hitting .290, 15 home runs. And I missed the RBI count. It just went off the screen. I think it said 37, but that sounds low. I'll just refrain. Diaz has not had any success against Kremer, just 2 for 20 lifetime, and he pops this one straight up on the third base side and foul ground. Stallings might have a play. He does not. It is just on the other side of the screen. Darn these screens. Yeah, contracts are one thing. Bad contracts suck, but bad trades where you're trading away talent. Again, everybody remembers who we traded away for Glenn Davis to Houston, right? Anybody want to name the 3 ridiculously good players? One of them's a jerk, but he was still good. 3 really good. 2 of them like borderline Hall of Famers, you would have to say, right? Here's a ground ball to Gunnar. And he will throw out Yandy Diaz. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Dean Kremer with a couple of strikeouts. He looks fantastic yet again. We go to the second inning. 2-0 Baltimore. Kurt, Pete, and one more. One more, George and Ryan. There you go. Now, why does Finley get a last name? Why not Schilling? Why not Harnish? Folks, we gave away Kurt Schilling, Pete Harnish, and Steve Finley. I mean, the 3 of those guys combined probably had about a 36-year career in baseball. maybe close to 40. All of them made the All-Star team. Schilling, if he wasn't a jerk, would probably be in the Hall of Fame. Finley could make a case like on a veterans committee. And Harnish, definitely the third in the group, but still a very solid pitcher. Made the All-Star team at least once. And we got back a guy that basically was already injured and played very little for us and did very little when he did. That was the worst trade. So imagine Kyle Stowers plus like two other guys that are doing about as good as Kyle Stowers. Yeah. I don't need all that. I ain't having it. Cease had 10 Ks, also getting back on track. All right, well, good for him. Unless he's going to be an Oriole. I don't know. Folks, we are, who knows? I feel like we all have to kind of watch the news ticker here over the next week or so and figure out who's staying and who's going. First pitch swinging here in the second inning. Tyler O'Neill with a ball hit off of the pitcher, Littell. And it dies right there next to him, so he's able to pick it up and throw O'Neill out. One away on one pitch. 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. That's nice for Cease. Why couldn't he go more than 5 innings? I want a pitcher that goes 6 innings or more, and I can do with a couple less strikeouts. How about that? There's my hot take. Here's Ramon Arias. He's hitting 241, and he takes a first pitch strike. 6 homers, 29 driven in for Arias. He hasn't had a whole lot of playing time lately. Pretty much since Westberg came back, right? Been tough for Arias to get some starts. 1-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on in the top of the second. That pitch in on the hands, he fouls it away. Nice crowd here, but I guess when your capacity is only like 10,000, every crowd looks pretty nice. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Arias chased a high fastball above the zone. He goes down, 2 away. Yeah, we got a super early game tomorrow, folks. The broadcast will be starting in the morning on the eastern seaboard of America, or all points west of that. Jacob Stallings with 2 down takes a pitch high for ball 1. So 12:10 first pitch. Stream will start at 11:55 a.m. Brunch with BW. Swung on a miss by Stallings. Count even up at 1-1. So that means I'll be up in the evening tonight. If I'm wearing the same clothes I got on right now, don't come at me. It's going to be the same day for me. Stallings fouls 1 away. It's 1-2. Yeah, it's not a Roku game, right? The Roku games start even earlier. This is just a little bit early, but I agree. I do like the early start times on Sunday, like maybe a half hour or an hour earlier, 12:30 or so, because it gives you a chance to still go out and do something with your Sunday. You know, you still got a chance to go out there and do something. Yeah, I said it was not a Roku game, right? I didn't think it was a Roku game, just an early start. This pitch is outside. Stallings with a 2-2 count. Yes, Michael, 12:10 first pitch. Information should be scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now with the pitching matchup and the start time for the stream. 2-2 to Stallings is hit in the air to center field. It'll be a can of corn for Simpson, and he's got it. That'll end the inning. Orioles go 1-2-3 here in the second. Bottom half of the inning coming up. The Orioles have a 2-0 lead. Aranda, Caminero, and Lowe coming up for the Rays. And my coffee is already room temperature. Let me boil the water I've got left in the kettle, add that to this, and heat this puppy up. That's what I'm going to do during this half inning, folks. I hope you don't mind. I'll be right back. Go get you a snack or go empty your bladder, whatever the hell you got to do. I'll be back momentarily. Here's a call from the Yankees today.
There's the 1-2. Behind the right center field, there's a base hit. And that one gets away from Jazz. Another run is in. More bad defense from the Yankees. It's 7-0. Jazz couldn't handle the throw coming in from the outfield. And just like that, it is a 7-0 ball game. I just fucking take the whole team off the field, man. Take the whole team off the field. Take the whole team off the field. Take them all. Get them all fucking out of here. I'm so done. I can't even look at this anymore, man. I can't look at this shit anymore. This is pathetic. This is truly disgusting. This is disgusting.
Apologize for the language, folks. That's what happens when you do a live look-in. It's a news event, so everything's okay with the FCC. Everything's fine. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. All right. We are heading now for the bottom of the second. Kremer, first inning, looking very, very sharp. How you doing? Yeah, apparently Fred Manfra is visiting in on the booth tonight. I saw a photo on somewhere on the Twitters. I don't know if it was the Masson account, the official Orioles account, maybe Rock Kabatko's account. But yeah, I saw Fred Manfra out there. Nice to see Fred doing okay. Jonathan Aranda is up to lead it off for the Rays, and Kremer's fallen behind him 2-0. And that pitch really blew. That's not a strike. That strike you called on O'Hearn, that was 3 inches above the zone. That was a strike, but this isn't. That's right on the edge. It is. Oh, now it's a strike. Same pitch. New call. Okay, ump. Up to you. It's your world, and we're just living in it. 3-1 pitch to Aranda. Fouled away. Full count. Kremer's going to work around this. Looking around the ballpark, folks, it's really noticeable. Couples don't seem to be embracing as much as they used to ever since the notorious Coldplay event. Payoff pitch is outside to Aranda. That is ball 4. A leadoff walk. You don't like those. Folks, you got to be careful when you go to see a Coldplay concert. I mean, first of all, you're going to a Coldplay concert. That's already questionable. But if you do it carefully. Junior Caminero. He had a big night last night. Takes a first pitch strike. Exactly, AB. That's what I was driving at. You joke thief. I was getting there. This pitch is low and away. 1-1 the count on Caminero. Since the 24th of May, only Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge have hit more long balls than this dude. Pitch. That's low. 2-1. I got my papers, my divorce papers today. This story won't go away. It was all yellow. Here's a fly ball to right. Easy play for O'Neill. 1 away. I love when moments like that happen. You know, little viral moments that everybody can share and joke about. But then you get those people in your social media who pretend to come up with the joke. Hey, Coldplay hasn't released a single in a long time. Last night, they let go of 4 singles. Get it? Yeah, I got it. The 28 times ago when I read it. Stop pretending like it's your joke. Josh Lowe has a 0-1 count. Runner at first, 1 down. Ground ball foul, left side, 0-2. Yeah, we get it. They hadn't released a single. Now these couples are now single. I get it. The word single. And they're a band, and I get it. This pitch is reached for, popped up, long run in for Cowser, and he will make the catch. Laureano right there backing him up. 2 down on a shallow fly ball to center field by Josh Lowe. Looks like Zach Littell is getting some instructions about his release point on his pitches, middle of the ball game. Look at that, folks. It's possible to give some instructions to your players in the middle of the game when something ain't working right. That's a novel concept. We should try that. Swing and a miss. To the next batter up, it's Jake Mangum. He's hitting .311. 2 homers, 28 driven in. 2 out with a runner at first. That was a leadoff walk to Aranda. This pitch is fouled away. 0-2. 30 pitches for Kremer. Like everybody we've seen pitch down here, Kremer has got a layer of sweat on, but he doesn't look nearly as exhausted and worn as Charlie Morton looked at this stage last night. My man Morton looked like he shed about 12 pounds of water weight in that start. 0-2 pitch is spiked in the dirt, a splitter. 1-2 on Mangum. Looks like we have another Oriole couple. Could be the same couple from last night, sitting in the same seats behind home plate. This ball is above the zone on the pitch and reached for, hit on the ground. Softly to second base. Holiday will throw to first in time to end the inning. So Kremer doing a good job getting these Ray hitters to go after some pitches out of the zone and inducing some weak contact. He gave up a walk. That's all he's given up through the first couple of innings here. We head now to the third. It's 2-0 Baltimore. I will be right back. It's time to go grab that hot water. Hot water. Rock lobster. We were at a party. His earlobe fell in the deep. Someone reached in and grabbed it. Was a rock lobster.
strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster.
Pass the tanning butter. All right, the Orioles have the top of the order coming up. Jackson Holliday, who led off the first with a base hit, takes a pitch off the plate outside from Littell. It's 1-0. We are underway in the top of the third. 2-0 Orioles. Trying to even up this series after getting embarrassed last night. Holliday takes high. It's 2-0. This one is swung on and fouled away. A slider on 2-0. Two-one pitch, also fouled back. Count even up at 2-2 to Holliday leading it off. Littell got off to a bad start. First 5 starts, he had an ERA over 6. Since then, he's had an ERA below 3. 2-2. That one's hit on the line and will fall in front of the center fielder for a base hit. Holliday, 2 for 2 with leadoff hits in 2 of the first 3 innings to get a rally started, folks. Here we go. Jackson Holliday with a nice piece of hitting right here. Kind of helped out that he didn't square it up. If he hit it more on a line, it probably would have gone right to the fielder. Check on Jackson. He's back at first standing. Folks, when will Jackson Holliday attempt to steal a base again? I don't know. I'm really not holding my breath waiting for it, but eventually he's going to have to try. Westberg with a check swing, an appeal, no swing. Jordan Westberg had that middle hit in the rally, a double into right field, put runners at second and third back in the first. He hits one foul. It's 1-1.
Well, west is that way.
We need better relations between bases and holidays. That ball up and in on Westberg. He pops it up, and it's going to stay on the field of play. Aranda in foul ground will make the catch. Westberg pops out foul to the first baseman for the first out in the top of the third. Gunnar Henderson.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Fly ball to left field, drove in a run his first time up. So no official at-bat tonight yet. And he swings at the first pitch, chops it foul off to the right. Folks, said Mullins not in the lineup tonight. I saw Mansolino say it's just a night off, has nothing to do with injury, but could it have something to do with something else? Obviously, Mullins is a very prime candidate as a trade piece, considering his contract with us is running out, and he's got some value to him for a contending team. Gunnar Henderson has a 1-1 count. Holiday will get his second check by Littell. So, dare I say it, after 2 disengagements, should Jackson Holiday maybe take a little bigger lead and think about something? I don't know. Henderson with a ground ball. This could be 2, and because Holiday did not go, it's a double play, and the inning is over. We'll figure it out someday, folks.
Big buck, stop it all.
A 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. We go to the third inning, or fourth inning? Fourth inning now. No, we're going to the bottom of the third. Figure it out, BW. Where are you? What are you doing? We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Orioles. Thanks, everybody. I'll be here all week, all month, all season. All right. Looking around the league right now. Anything of note? Yankees and Braves are scoreless in the third inning. Cubs are up 2-0 in the second on the Red Sox. About all I got. Are these other games from earlier today? I see a final between Cleveland and Toronto, but I'm not 100% sure if it's today or tomorrow. Oh, wait, Cleveland's not even playing Toronto. What am I looking at? What in the hell? Oh, San Francisco and the Blue Jays. Okay, Toronto beat the Giants earlier 6-3. Toronto now 16 games over 500. What is Santander doing with them right now? Why am I doing this to myself? Tony's not even in the lineup. Is Santander injured? Has he been for a while? Not in the lineup today. Bottom of the third coming up. How long has he been out, John? Approximately. I mean, it just goes to show you, folks, who knows? Apparently the Blue Jays didn't even need to sign Santander. They've been playing great without him. Ha-Seong Kim is at the plate. First pitch is ball 1 to him. He's batting an even 200 on the season. There's a strike right down the gut. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one, umpire, really? That pitch is fully in the zone. Just because Stallings dropped it, you're going to call it a ball? Get the B bag. Holy cow.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
There was enough space in the zone to fit another baseball underneath that pitch, and that would have been a strike. Unbelievable. 2-2 the count on Kim. Curveball reached for, and that might drop in there. It will. A little dunk shot off the end of the bat from Kim in the center field. That ball had an exit velo of about 5 miles an hour. But Kim is aboard with a single. And an at bat that probably should have been over already. absolutely horrific miss by the ump. First pitch is a check swing, and he went around on, who's up? Matt Tice. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Thaiss. Wow, 60-day DL for Santander. I did not realize it was that serious. But again, the Blue Jays aren't skipping a beat. They're playing as well as they have all season without him. That's nothing against Tony, but hey, folks, you never know. Maybe Tony's time with Toronto just won't go the way either like, and they figure out a way to part ways, and the prodigal son returns to Baltimore. What do you think about that? We've seen it happen in the past. Players we like move on to potential greener pastures. They don't turn out to be all that much greener, and they wind up coming back at some point down the road. Maybe not next year, but we'll see. Here's a line drive at first base caught by O'Hearn, and we've got a double play because Kim, the base runner, had taken off for second. It's a what do you call it? It's a unassisted double play for O'Hearn at first base. And where's my button for that? I'm completely caught off guard there. Nice. All right. No Guerrero either. Well, damn. Here's Chandler Simpson back to the top of the order for the Rays. 2 down, nobody on. He takes inside for ball 1. Oh, look at, there's a couple ladies on their phones. How are those phones, ladies? 1-0 pitch. Hit on the ground. O'Hearn's got this one. He'll take it to the bag. And, folks, all we needed was Dean Kremer, Jacob Stallings, and Ryan O'Hearn on the field for this inning. O'Hearn catches a line drive, makes a double play unassisted, and then an unassisted put out here on a ground ball. And that'll end the inning. On to the 4th. Orioles 2, Rays nothing. And thanks, John M., for that update. Folks, we got over 100 people watching right now. We're in the middle of a break. I'm going to ask you again, and I'm going to have to keep asking until we hit our goal. We did not hit 100 likes on the game last night. It's understandable. The usual amount of people probably checked out pretty early, and others probably saw us down early and said, I'm not even going to show up. But we got to get those likes back to triple digits after an off night last night. Let's go. Just tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen, folks, and you're done. Otherwise, you can subscribe to the channel. Everybody in the Charm City chat, they're subscribers. They can tell you. It's a good thing. Makes it easier to find the channel. You can join the chat. Helps the channel get seen more by other people with that finicky YouTube algorithm, folks. That algorithm can be rather finicky. So this little startup channel is working their way up. We got over 3,000 subscribers just in the second season of the channel. Cooking with gas, folks. The team right now might not exactly be firing on all cylinders, but that don't mean we can't. That don't mean we can't. Yeah, George, I kind of mentioned it last night. There's a couple sitting in the same seats as the lady in black last time we were here, an Oriole couple. Last night, they both had orange jerseys on. Tonight, the wife has on an orange Oriole shirt. The husband, a white cutoff hoodie, it looks like. I don't know. He looks like he just got out of the gym. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. First pitch is a ball, and The next pitch is on the outside corner, called a strike. Looks like the in-game information froze. Let me refresh that for you. Swing and a miss by O'Hearn. And the count now 1-2. O'Hearn went hitless in the All-Star game. 2 at-bats, struck out, unfortunately. I did not watch the All-Star game, but I did see that piece of information. O'Hearn looks at a called strike 3, fastball on the outside edge. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. And we've got a giant black box. What's that all about? What in the hell? Whoops. Ramon Laureano up for the second time. He looks at a called strike. Well, isn't this something? Whatever this black box is taking up so much space. I cannot even. This is all I can let you see, which is not good, because that black box above is not allowing me to stretch below that line, which is basically the middle of the strike zone. It's 0-2 on Laureano. So until that fixes itself, folks, my apologies. You'll just have to look at me for a little while. Am I here? Let me try and get a little more in the middle of the screen. All right. 0-2 on Laureano. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. That pitch is outside by about a foot or so. Okay, looks like it fixed itself. Make up your mind there, scoreboard. What are you doing? There we go. This ball's fouled away. Still 1-2 on Laureano. Voila. Evening is approaching here in Tampa on what I'm sure is another hot, muggy night on the west coast of Florida. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. That's hit on the ground to short. Should be routine. And Laureano retired, 2 down. Andrea is back with yet another free Magic membership for somebody. Folks, she's like an angel. She'll just float in, you know, like Glenda the Good Witch. Maybe I shouldn't use the word witch. I said good witch. You know Glenda. Glenda's a good witch. She's good. She's a pretty lady, and she's got her little wand. She waves it, and next thing you know, boom, we got a Magic membership out there for somebody.
Message for you, son.
Christopher Foy is gonna have a better life going forward. Congratulations, Christopher. Hope to see you around. And thanks again to Andrea for your contribution. It's very, very generous. 1-1 pitch to Cowser, who's at the plate. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Folks, get those cows up in the chat. We're a little bit late. 2 down, nobody on. 1-2 on the milkman. Pitch. Hit on the ground hard. Diving stop by Aranda, though. He will throw to Littell covering the bag. A nice play defensively by the Rays to retire Cowser. 1-2-3 go the Orioles here. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Baltimore still lead at 2-0. And we're back to that black box again. I guess we'll hang out over here, folks. Yeah, so we're going to try to make that subscriber count bump up another 10. That count only moves about every 10 subscribers because, you know, I got the cheap free app for a live sub count. Apparently, if you want to see it move one at a time, you got to pay for it. What do I look like? Do I look like a rube to you guys? So look, if you want to subscribe and you go do it and you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, I subscribed and that number, it hasn't changed. I'm going to unsubscribe. Screw this. No. Just hang in there. 5 more subscribers and we'll get that number up to 3060. We're at 3055 officially. Thanks, Andrea. Again, you're too kind. Particularly these days right now. This week has been really, really difficult. Not a whole lot to be happy about. That first inning tonight is the most we've had to celebrate in over a week. All right, what is this song they keep playing? I'm tired of this lady's voice. It's annoying. Hey, we got another giveaway at an Oriole game. Monday, July 28th, the Blue Jays will be in town, and the first 15,000 fans are going to get themselves a Jordan Westburg bobblehead. All right. Kremer's first pitch here in the bottom of the 4th is low to Brandon Lau for ball 1. Kremer has not thrown too many pitches, less than 15 per inning in the first 3. 1-0 pitch foul back. Count 1-1. Just a bit high, according to the ump, and that was pretty close. 2-1 the count. Right now, my focus is on this umpire, because I'm waiting to see a call that goes our way to maybe even things up and make me feel like you're not simply trying to screw us here. If Earl Weaver were around, I know what he'd be saying right now. 2-2 the count on Brandon Lau. Pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. A big lollipop curveball from Kremer. He's got all the pitches working again tonight.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Lau was in a corkscrew after that swing. One down for Yandy Diaz. First pitch he goes after, and that ball is going to drop into right center field. Another hit for the Rays that was not hit very hard at all. Diaz did not get that ball off the fat part of the bat, but he is able to use his strength and fight it into right field for a base hit. BW, you're looking great tonight compared to some picks from Tia Land. I guess you mean Thailand? Walter from the Bronx. You're doing very well today. I have the Orioles in a parlay. Okay. Jonathan Aranda is at the plate. He takes upstairs for ball 1. What's that about 5150? Oh yeah, the Van Halen album. That's a long ways away. We'll do a Van Halen tribute for that. Pitch fouled away by Aranda. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, runner at first. Kremer blows on his fingertips to try and keep him dry in this muggy area of the world here down in Florida. Here's a curveball fouled off to the right by Aranda. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Go Stros, top of the morning from Hiroshima. Good luck in the game today. Thanks. Go Stros. And always nice to have another play-by-play person who lives in the Eastern Hemisphere hanging out for a little bit. There aren't many of us. Go Stros covers the Astros, folks. Check out his channel. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Aranda. And this one's fouled off. We'll do it again. So the Orioles, Wahiwa Aloy. I'm going to get his name right because I got a real good hunch about this guy. Swing and a miss. Aranda strikes out on a splitter, I believe, from Kremer. 2 down in the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Kremer continues to look sharp. Covering from the East Shore is interesting. Yep. Gotta love middle of the night games. Oh, that's all there pretty much is. My hours are about midnight for early games, and evening games start anywhere from about 5:30 a.m. If we're out on the West Coast, I might call a game that starts about 8 o'clock in the morning. Those are the best. West Coast trips. Those are good for me. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Junior Caminero. And where is that, Blue? That hit the corner. Get the B-bag.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes!
When are you going to call pitches like this the other way, Blue? Ground ball to Gunner. He'll flip it to Holiday at second for the force, and the inning is over. Dean Kremer is pitching another gem, despite the ump. Despite the ump. This inning is over. We go to the 5th. Orioles 2, Rays nothing. All right. Yeah, you're a couple hours even farther ahead than me, so I would assume those are probably about where your hours are. Yeah. Yeah, tonight, again, what are we talking about with this early start on Sunday? My game will start for me locally at 11:10 p.m. tonight, which is a lot earlier than I'm used to. I've only caught a couple of games before midnight that started before midnight. But hey, we'll get to share about an hour together. It'll be Sunday for all of us for the first couple innings or so of tomorrow's game. We got Monday off. No, we don't. We don't have Monday off. We got a 4-game series coming up against Cleveland in the middle of the week. We don't. Why did I think we had Monday off? Damn it. I had some plans. I had some errands I had planned for Monday. I thought we had. I gotta look at the schedule again. What are the off days coming up? That's when you know things are going good. We're halfway through the second game after the All-Star break, and I'm looking for an off day. Let's see. Oh, we don't get one until the last day of the month. Okay. Damn. Ouch. That is 13 straight days. Yikes. Okay. Lock in, folks. All right, we're in the top of the 5th. Tyler O'Neill looks at ball one. Man, we need this dude to hurry up and help out.
Ahoy there! Anybody
He gets into one to center field. Looked good off the bat. Simpson is backing up. He's on the track. That ball's hit 390 feet to straightaway center field for out number one. O'Neill got a lot of it. And had he gone with it one side or the other, he might have gotten it out. But he went to straightaway center for a long fly ball out. One down for Ramon Arias. And he goes after the first pitch. That one's in there. Whoa! Simpson completely misjudged the baseball. The ball gets over his head. He'll have to play it off the wall. And Ramon Arias winds up at second base standing. Simpson overran this ball. Ball came, it looked like it came curling back. After starting out toward right center, the ball might have sort of changed course on him a little bit. He was completely turned around. So a break for us. Ramon Arias will get a double out of that. A one-out double. Here is Jacob Stallings. First pitch swinging ground ball right to short. Arias will have to retreat to second, and Stallings is retired on one pitch. All right, Jackson Holliday has gone 2 for 2 today. He's up again here in the fifth with a runner at second base, 2 down, and a chance to drive in a run. Let's hope he does. Wow, this scoreboard really is being a bit of a pain, isn't it? All right. Any way we can get it. There's some orange in the crowd. All right, Jackson Holliday, again, he has gotten a hit both times up. And the first pitch to him here, okay, we finally got a decent call our way. That pitch on the outside edge could have been called a strike. We got ball one. We need a couple of more of those calls, Blue, and maybe I can forgive you. Ground ball, a diving stop by the second baseman. What a play there. My goodness, Holliday will be retired on a web gem by Brandon Lau. Lau robs a would-be RBI single with 2 down, as Arias would have been running hard right from contact. But Lau, with a diving play into the outfield grass, pops up and throws out Holliday to end the inning. Obviously, with Jackson's speed, Lau had to do all of that without wasting a muscle, and he did. Very, very nice defensive play by Lau to end the inning. Orioles leave a man on. We go to the bottom of the, what? Where are we? 4th or 5th? I think it's the 5th, right? We're going to the bottom of the 5th. We are halfway through this ball game. Feels like we are. Where the hell are we? I think we still have a chance to win the wild card. I mean, a chance, yes. A realistic chance, I don't think so. But look, I mean, I don't want anybody out there to listen to my opinion and go, well, he doesn't think we have a chance, so no, I don't either. No, don't. If you feel in your bones, or however you want to feel, embrace that feeling. Who am I to take it away from you? I mean, until a team is mathematically eliminated, they have a chance. But it's just really tough for me to see it happening, not necessarily because of the performance by the players, but because of the direction or lack thereof of the management, both, player clubhouse management, front office management, the whole thing, I feel is it's in trouble. We saw the warning signs begin around this time last season. Coming out of the All-Star break, second half last year, the team just did not look the same, particularly when it came to hitting. And it's just been a lot of negative trending since then. There have been bright spots. It's not all, fire and brimstone over here, but it's not a good situation right now. Did that answer your question? And by the way, all of my opinions are honest. You don't even have to ask for it. It's a 2-0 count on Josh Lowe leading off the bottom of the fifth. Kremer's next pitch is high, 3-0. Kremer needs to find the zone here. Do not want to walk that leadoff man. He's done it once tonight, got away with it. That is not close. It is a 4-pitch walk to Josh Lowe. And that is a red flag. Somebody go out there and talk to Kremer after that. Again, he just had a chance to rest up in the dugout after that last half inning, and he comes out here fully drenched in sweat. Man, the conditions out there must be really nasty. I think the Orioles would do anything in the trade deadline. Yeah, absolutely. They have to. They kind of have to. They should. Do I file the NFL? Yeah, I file it under... I don't really watch that much. I dabble, though. I'm dabbling. It's kind of difficult because I grew up with a Washington team, and I also have, a bit of an adoption situation with the Ravens. I don't follow it that closely, Brian. I really don't. I follow it, but just on a surface level kind of way. Jake Mangum is at the plate. The count is 0-2. Runner at first, nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. Kremer's on 64 pitches. Yankees are apparently down 4-0 to the Braves. Swing and a miss. Mangum chased a splitter that you would need a pitching wedge to make contact with. Another strikeout for Kremer.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Firing off a lot of questions, Brian. I have to call a ball game, but I'm sure the rest of Charm City Chat would love to weigh in with their thoughts on your questions. Here's a fly ball to left field, hit on a line by Kim, and Laureano makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. That ball, one of the harder hit balls of the night, but right at somebody. And now with 2 down, it's the number 9 batter, Matt Tice. Minor league players. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody is anticipating the debut of Sammy Basayo. I thought before the season started that a September call-up for him would make the most sense in terms of timing. Otherwise, in terms of major prospects that we're really looking forward to seeing, Dylan Beavers might get a look. A lot of it will depend on, again, the trade deadline, which you brought up earlier. If the Orioles are going to let a few guys go, it's going to open up some roster spots, and some guys down in the farm are probably going to get a chance to establish themselves. Here is a stolen base attempt, a slap tag down, and Gunnar and Stallings combine. The Orioles nail Josh Lowe trying to steal second base. Sorry, bud. We finally, God, it's been forever since we've gotten a runner out trying to steal. So long. The inning is over. We go to the 6th. It's 2-0 Baltimore.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Bradfield, maybe. Maybe, Michael. Definitely next year for Bradfield. I would put him in the... it depends. If Mullins goes, we'll see. I'm not 100% on Bradfield getting a cup of coffee this season. But I think definitely next year, if he's healthy, he's looking good, that's about the time for him. All right, we got a 2-0 lead. I'm going to have myself a lucky before this coffee gets too cold. Yeah, Stallings. Nice throw. Honestly, can anybody remember the last time? I feel like we've gone through so many catchers. I'm trying to remember. Has any of them thrown anybody out? Derek can't remember either. So, folks, I made a mention of this, and I probably will mention it again as we get closer to the time, but what is this, game 96 tonight? 97? So we're looking at about 260 straight games called here on the channel, regular season, not even counting the postseason or spring training. I've not missed a game. But in about a month, I will have to. I will have to miss probably 2 games. It's out of my hands. I can't do anything about it. So there you go. Jordan Westburg is going to lead it off in the top of the 6th. And first pitch to him is inside for ball 1.
West is that way.
Zach Littell still on the mound for the Rays. And that pitch is at the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-1 the count. It's not a vacation. It is an obligation. I live overseas. Every year I have to renew my visa. I have to leave the country and come back in. This is a called strike 1-2 on Westburg. Now, in a normal year, this sort of trip can all be done in one day, and I can time it to where I basically leave right after calling one game and get back in time to call the next, with about a 5-hour drive to the Cambodian border and back. But Cambodia and Thailand are not happy with each other right now, and the border is completely closed down. I have to take a plane to Laos. Here is a ground ball barehanded by the third baseman Caminero, but it won't be in time. Jordan Westburg's got himself a leadoff infield hit, and credit to him and Caminero. Caminero with a nice play, just a little bit late. Leadoff man on for the Orioles. Let's get some more runs. Westburg is on. Gunner's coming up. Yeah, I've flown to Laos once before. It's ridiculous. It's such a short flight that you don't even get to any kind of cruising altitude. The plane just basically just does an arc. Like you go up and then you're just going right back down and landing. It's like a half-hour, 35-minute plane flight. But it beats the 10-hour drive and back, which I'm not doing. Gunnar Henderson's got ball 1. Ford can't remember the last time we threw a guy out since Dempsey was behind the plate. Oh, come on now. Surely Mickey Tettleton threw out somebody. 2-0 the count on Gunnar, folks. Swing and a miss. He got a splitter. Thought it was a heater. Missed it. 77 pitches for Littell. Two-one. That one's hit to left, right at the left fielder Mangum. One away. Almost the exact same ball that Gunnar hit in the first inning that produced a run. With Holiday at third base, he came in on a ball hit out that way. Doesn't help this time. There's one out with Westberg still at first base, and Ryan O'Hearn up to hit now.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
First pitch swinging again. Ryan O'Hearn being very aggressive. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He got a good first pitch to hit. Can only foul it away. Takes a look at one outside. Count even at 1-1. 80 pitches now for Littell. The final shades of sunlight can be seen. Oh, it's a beautiful sight over there in the left field corner. Rubenesque. Here's a pitch outside. 2-1 on O'Hearn. Littell had to throw 27 pitches in that first inning. Since then, he has not had to throw more than 14, averaging only about a dozen per inning. And through innings 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swing and a miss. A giant hack by O'Hearn. On a high pitch, it's 2-2. Looks like that screen froze again on me. Why does it keep freezing? And now it jumps out of place. Here's a ball hit in the air right behind the infield at second base. The shortstop right on the lip of the outfield grass makes the catch. Second out here in the top of the 6th. Westberg still at first base after that leadoff. Okay, Lieutenant, thanks for your contribution. Wow. I hope that was worth the minute wait. Now you're banned forever. What an accomplishment, Lieutenant. I hope you get a raise in rank. Ramon Laureano, first pitch is a strike. 2 down with a runner at first.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Check on the runner. Westberg's back. Another check on Westberg. Littell is concerned. Oh, 0-1 on Laureano. Pitch. That one's hit hard and through the hole on the left side. A single by Laureano. Westberg will have to stop at second with the ball right in front of him. 2-out rally cooking here for the Orioles. First and second.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich of Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
All right. We need a big hit with 2 down. It'll be up to Colton Cowser, folks. Let's hear it in the Charm City chat now. One and 0. That is a called strike. Inner part of the plate. 1-1 on Cowser. 2 ducks on the pond, 1 cow at the plate. One pitch, fouled away, 1-2. Look at this kid. That outfit cannot feel good on a summer night in Florida. What are you doing to that kid? 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cowser. That ball's popped up. We'll end the inning. Mangum in left field is circling under it. He's got it. And that'll do it. The Orioles strand a pair. Still working with a 2-run lead that we had after the first half inning. We are now going to the bottom of the 6th. Still Baltimore 2, Tampa nothing. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Is there a problem, Frank?
Bye, Birdie.
This is great iced tea.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
This being Baltimore and all.
Swing it up, ass! Yeah! 6 in a row!
Folks, I got a feeling that might be the highlight of the year. This is me calling the final pitch of the Orioles' 6th game win streak.
Swing it up, ass! Yeah! 6 in a row! You can't stop us!
All right. Well, maybe you can. You couldn't stop us at that particular moment. I meant to say, we are in the bottom of the 6th. Maybe you can't stop us tonight. What do you think? Kremer on the mound. First pitch is fouled away by Matt Tice, the number 9 batter, who was at the plate in the previous inning for the Rays when they had a runner caught stealing. 0-1 pitch to Tice. Blue! Hello, Blue! It's called painting the corner, you dummy. That's a strike. 1-1 the count on Tice. How about that one, Blue? Thank you. Notice how Kremer's hitting his spots? Maybe you should credit him for that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tice has only been up once before now, and he lined into a double play. Yeah, exactly. It's a 410 kid. Where is Mansolino? I mean, I'm just waiting for him to show some kind of fire that will let his players know that he's there for them. And yeah, nothing. Here's a comebacker. Kremer's got it. Flips it to O'Hearn at the bag for the first out. Kremer is pitching so well. He's pitching around some bad calls at the plate. Man, look at that setting sun. Look at the glow in the sky over the third base side of the ballpark. It is gorgeous. It might feel nasty out there, but it looks pretty. Looks pretty, feels nasty. I think we've all been there, folks. Every time we go out to the nightclub.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Simpson at the plate. First pitch is ball one. Purple sky in Tampa right now. 1-0 pitch. That ball is hit hard off the bat. You could really hear that ball crack. Huh? I guess not so bad. Colton Cowser's got a pretty easy play. A few steps into left center field for the second out. Sounds can be deceiving. Again, look at that, folks. If you're watching the Masson broadcast, look at that sky. If you're sitting on the first base side looking toward that direction, you've got yourself a hell of a view. That is very pretty. Here is a foul ball by Brandon Lau. Out of play. It is so pretty, folks, they can't stop showing us. They've cut back to that image again. Why not? It looks like a Bob Ross painting over there. Just need a couple of happy trees and we're good to go. 0-1 pitch to Brandon Lau. Swung on and missed. High fastball from Kremer. And you could tell Kremer is just preserving as much energy as he can. He is not moving a lot between pitches. Trying to save as much energy as possible. 0-2 on Lau. He struck out both times already tonight, and this ball just got a piece of it, hit on the ground to Arias. He throws off balance in time, and this inning is over, folks. Dean Kremer with 6 shutout innings. Kremer has faced the Rays 3 times this season. He's gone 6 innings at least in every start. He owns the Rays. Just 2 hits through the first 6 innings from Dino. On to the 7th. Baltimore 2, Tampa nothing. Can we please get this guy some more offense? Please. The Hat wants to join in. Okay. The Hat. All right. How we doing? I'm ready. I've had my coffee. I've had my Luckies. I got my hat. We've got a lead. It's the late innings. Let's go. Folks, like and subscribe to the channel. Pretty please. Sugar on top. Unless you got a sugar problem. It can be sugar-free, whatever you want. What do you want? Some Jimmies? I guess that's pretty much just hard sugar. What do you want? A little slice of pineapple on top? Pretty please. Like and subscribe. Okay. Frank is subscribed. We're 2 likes away from 100, folks, according to John. Let's go. This is a community. We all got to pitch in. Edwin Uceta is making his 42nd appearance. Zach Littell's night is over. Uceta's got an ERA of over 5.5. And the first pitch he throws, a changeup swung on and missed by Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill is 0 for 2. Really want to see him get on a roll while he's healthy. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on O'Neill. That is a fastball at 94 from Uceta. Michael's ready to start a 10-game winning streak right now. All right. That ball is low and away. One and two the count on O'Neill. Where are you at, buddy?
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
That ball is hit softly in front of the catcher. He will pounce on it, throw to first, and O'Neill is retired. That's the second ball he wasn't able to get past the pitching mound. Had a comebacker to Littell earlier. This ball hit about 3 feet in front of the plate. All right, about 10 feet. Probably about 10 feet. And O'Neill is retired, 1 down. Here's Arias. He had a bit of a gift double his last time up on a ball misplayed by Simpson out in center field. He was stranded, though. The Orioles have not scored since the first inning. First pitch to Ramon. That is a called strike.
I have a brother.
Yeah, it took all that muscle mass for Tyler O'Neill to hit that ball 10 feet. 0-1 pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, boy. There's that name again. Charm City, I guess you weren't here earlier for the, hey, can we just go a night without talking about Kyle Stowers announcement? I think it's better for all of our mental health. I think everybody is quite aware of the success of Kyle Stowers. And, yeah, that's okay, Charm City. 2-1 pitch is called a strike, but you understand, right? Again, we all know. We all know. It's just taking a wound and poking at it at this point, right? 2-2 pitch swung on and popped up right field. And he may not see the ball. Nobody can see. Oh, that ball's going to drop in fair and bounce into the crowd. Ramon Arias, for the second time tonight, has gotten help, whether from the elements, from the lighting, who knows. But it's another oopsie double for Ramon Arias down the right field line. Nobody could find it. Well, the right fielder certainly lost it. Aranda, the first baseman, he had a bead on it, but running with his back the whole way, unable to get to it. We've got ourselves a fluke double for Ramon Arias with 1 out. Jacob Stallings is up. And he looks at a first pitch strike. Stallings is 0 for 2. Which one? I think this season's a fluke. I've always thought that Kyle Stowers was a joke. I'd rather have Trevor Rogers. Besides, like Pigtown said, if Stowers was here, he'd be struggling. Well, I think Pigtown has also said that, the Marlins have made an adjustment to Stowers' swing. He even pointed out all the slight variations on his swing. So maybe our coaching has part of the blame to do with it too. I don't know. Again, if we're gonna credit Pigtown with inside information, I can do it too. Yeah, I just think yeah. Kyle Stowers, good. Have a good career. What are we going to do about it at this point? This pitch is off the plate. I mean, we'd like to move on from Elias, right? I think we're all on board with that. But I just don't think it's healthy to continue to monitor the success of Kyle Stowers. But yeah, here's Jacob Stallings with a 1-2 count. That pitch is inside. The count is 2-2. Yeah, that might be true. And, as much as it sucks from a ownership perspective, it probably makes the most sense. Swing and a miss by Stallings, and he strikes out. 2 down. with Arias still at second base. I mean, a lot probably has to factor on, the collective bargaining agreement and getting that straightened out before we potentially see a lockout or a strike entering the 2027 season. So if we're going to make a big change, and again, I'm talking from an ownership perspective, not from my own, but they're probably thinking if we're going to make a change, we probably should wait until we know that this whole lockout business and everything else is over and done with, and then make the change. We'll see. John says 100% there'll be a lockout. I never want to say 100% anything, but if you're telling me what do I think, I would lean that there will be. Unfortunately, it's not good news. Obviously, for my channel, it would be devastating. But those are the tea leaves I'm looking at right now. We got Jackson Holliday at the plate, folks. He's got a 1-1 count. Pardon me for being a little bit behind on the call. There's a ground ball to second base. It's going to be routine, and this inning is going to end. The Orioles leave another man on base. Arias, with that fluke double, 1 out, cannot get around to score. 7th inning stretch time coming up, folks, and we've got ourselves a tradition around here. The Orioles have left 5 men on base now, by the way. Unless it's 6, and this hasn't updated, but we've left a few men on out there. 7th inning stretch time, folks. What is your favorite baseball card I own or want to own? Let me think about that for a sec, Derek. But first, let's get our traditions addressed here in the Charm City chat. It is 7th inning stretch time. We've got a lead. We're trying to win a ball game. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Oh, my.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Favorite baseball card.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
I mean, I think as a kid, it was probably my Mike Mussina Upper Deck rookie card. He pitched for Stanford, right? I think he was still like in a Stanford college jersey. And, Upper Deck at the time, it was a pretty new card company. And it had that really, really like higher quality sort of cut to those cards. And yeah, that I remember. Was it Stanford Mussina pitched for? Help me out. I'm going to feel really stupid if I'm wrong. But he's a smart guy. It would make sense he went to Stanford. But yeah, that probably was the one that's the one I think I consider like my most cherished. I had other cards I liked more. Like I liked to look out and look at them more. I remember, what was it, 88 Orioles tops? Don Assey. Don Ass. AASE. Always the first. Always the first name whenever you're going through players in an alphabetized list. We had an ass in our bullpen. And, of course, being a kid and getting a baseball card with a guy with a giant mustache named Don Ass. I'm like, I love this card. Yandy Diaz is up in the bottom of the 7th, and a foul ball makes the count 1-2 on him. Dean Kremer is currently on 81 pitches. Hey, Laura, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing okay, too. 1-2 pitch, pop foul, out of play. Yeah, everybody knows about the Ripken Fleer card. That was 90, I believe. My peak baseball card collecting years were 87 to probably about 92. 87 to about 92, maybe 93. I still was hanging on there. But by 93, I turned 16. I had a car. There were ladies. There were special luckies. Life changed. As it did for a lot of us at that age. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Diaz, leading off the bottom of the 7th. I think I got out at the right time anyway. When I was collecting, the whole industry of baseball cards just blew up. It was crazy. I mean, cards are being valued at crazy amounts. Like the second they were published, everybody was buying their baseball card pricing guides and comparing. Like, it got a little bit out of hand. It definitely overflooded the market. It was down to like 4 or 5 card companies. Like, you had your main card companies, right? Fleer, Topps, Donruss, and Score, if you want to throw Score in there. And then Upper Deck made that. You got Bowman as well. Bowman is another brand. They kind of went away. They were around back in the old days, kind of went away, then came back. But it got to the point where, just too many damn cards, too many versions, it's just too much. Full count on Diaz. Payoff pitch is inside. That is ball 4. A long at bat. Kremer loses the battle here. It's a leadoff walk, and hopefully the bullpen. We've got all our high leverage guys available. They have not pitched in nearly a week. There is no excuse for Mansolino to not manage this part of the ball game correct. Andrew Kittredge is loose, or getting loose. In this weather, it shouldn't take long to get loose. Yeah, Bowman was around way back in the day. Then they kind of went away, and then they came back. Yeah. Kremer is looking like he needs some help pretty soon, to me. Jonathan Aranda at the plate with an 0-1 count. That ball's lined foul, 0-2. If anything, I would say after this batter, even if you get him out, like, go out there and talk to Kremer and give him a second to breathe a little bit out there. It is really miserable conditions. No way I could handle anything like what he's doing right now. 0-2 pitch. Good pitch. Fastball in on the hands and fouled away. Next pitch from Kremer will be number 90 on the night. Yeah, I don't know if Bowman was a hockey card company first. I feel like all those companies started with baseball and then branched out, but I can't say for sure. 0-2 pitch to Aranda is a curveball, swung on and missed. Oh, that ball danced around the zone. It was never a strike, but he got Aranda to go after it for the strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That curveball bent its way around the zone. Punch out for Kremer. 1 out here in the 7th. Here is Junior Caminero. This is a very dangerous at bat right here. Caminero showed off the power last night. 0 for 2 so far tonight. 25 homers on the season, though. This is a big situation right here. You want to get this guy out. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A fastball. Inner half, middle of the zone. That should have Caminero thinking about a few things. I'd whip off a nasty curveball that falls below the zone here if I'm in the mood. 1-1 pitch. Catcher setting up low and away. That is a cutter. Ground ball, base into left field, down the line. And Diaz, throw comes into second base. It's late. Caminero has a double. The Rays have runners at second and third and only one out. The tying runs are in scoring position for Tampa. Caminero, his 20th double of the season. You just kind of knew with where Kremer was at and the way Caminero's been going that was always going to be a tough out. Drew French is out to talk, but honestly, I feel like we shouldn't make Kremer go any farther than this. Let's see who's up next. The left-handed hitting Josh Lowe is up next. You mean to tell me we can't get Gregory Soto out here? I know Wolfram pitched last night. And then Mangum is on deck after that. And Mangum is a he's a switch hitter. I guess he'd just turn around. Kind of confused as to why Mansolino didn't have a lefty and a righty getting up. And we are going to stick with Kremer. He's on 93 pitches, one out with runners at second and third. Josh Lowe at the plate. He walked his last time up. And, yeah, I'm not really happy with this decision. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Okay. Count is 0-1. Let's root for Kremer to finish strong here. He's had a great night on the mound. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Stallings. 1-1 on Josh Lowe. Nervous times. There's a shot of Mansolino. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. That's going to score a run. Holiday will throw to first for the second out of the inning. It's an RBI ground out. The Rays are on the board. It's 2-1. Josh Lowe gets the run batted in. And Diaz comes in to score. 2-1 now. We're in the bottom of the seventh. 2 outs. The Rays also now the runner at second. Caminero up to third base. Stallings is out to talk to Kremer. Kittredge looks ready to come in if needed. Switch hitting Jake Mangum coming to the plate right now. I have no idea who he's better at, lefties or righties. No idea at all. They're going to try to get Kremer to finish up the seventh. I tell you what, you better give Dean the royal treatment if he can get out of this inning with a score 2-1. First pitch fouled away by Mangum. 2 down in the bottom of the seventh. The Rays with a run in, and the Orioles clinging now to a 1-run lead. They have not scored since the first. And we have given up the only run we can and still call this a lead. 0-1 on Mangum. Kremer from the belt. The pitch. That one is lifted in the air to right field. Coming in is O'Neill. He's there. And this inning is over. Say what you want, but Kremer does the job. A run comes in to score, but he finishes up 7 very strong innings. On 98 pitches, 1 run on 3 hits. That's all he gave up. He did walk 3 batters. He struck out 6. 7 innings from Kremer. We head to the 8th inning. The Orioles now lead it 2-1. Let's get some insurance, please. My goodness. I tell you what, do not waste an outing like that. You made Dino go all the way. All the way. He can't wait to get back. He can't wait to go to Cleveland. The weather's got to be better. That's when you know it's tough, folks. And your team can't wait to go to Cleveland. Why do I have a notification over here? Wow, somebody's following me on Twitter. I got bad news. I don't really post over there much. I really go there just for other accounts to give me some news. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Likes are over 100 at this point. That's good to see. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Subscriber count. Have we hit 50 something, 30 something? What are we looking for? 3060? We got work to do there, folks. We are 2 subscribers away from 3060. Think about subscribing because it's free. There's no commitment. There's no obligation. No salesman will visit your home. You won't get a weird email from a prince in Nigeria asking for $30,000 up front so that they can give you $2 million down the road. It's nothing like that. Here's Jordan Westburg. First pitch swinging. Oh, he's way out in front of it. Home run distance, but foul down the left field line. Oh, Jordan. Little too trigger happy there. Little early on that swing.
West is that way.
This ball is hit on the ground, and the shortstop has it. Third baseman Caminero kind of in the way, but the Rays, Ha-Seong Kim, able to make the play anyway. Westburg grounds out 6-3. Oh, wait a minute. They call that safe. Westburg is standing at first. I saw the ump signal out. Are they challenging? Oh, Westburg's safe. Westburg is safe. I don't know if they're calling it safe or if they're going to challenge, but Westburg is safe. They're in the challenge booth. Replay review. We should get this call our way. And I got to think, Caminero kind of getting in the way there on that ground ball. Kim had to hesitate a little bit to avoid a collision. And I think that's the only reason why we're going to have a runner on here. Yep, same Kim there, George. Gold Glover. Gold Glover he is. He's a very good fielder. Westburg looks confident over there at first base, like the challenge will be won, and I have to agree with him. Looks like a pretty easy call to me. All right, the call goes our way, and Gunner's up to hit. First pitch to Gunner is low, ball 1.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
Gunner 0 for 2 so far tonight. That ball's hit hard on the ground, right to Aranda at first. They try to throw back to first after getting the out at second, and that relay is dropped by the pitcher, Uceta. It'll be a fielder's choice for Gunner on a hard-hit grounder to first base. Westburg is eliminated, and Gunner will take his place at first with 1 out. Ryan O'Hearn. Turn and burn, folks.
Fight's on. Let's turn and burn. Fight's on. Let's turn and burn.
Come on, Ryan. Let's double up those runs with a nice swing right here. Come on. Check on Gunnar, and that ball gets away, but unfortunately it bounces off the side stands right to the right fielder, and Gunnar cannot advance. That would have been nice. Would have put a runner in scoring position, would have gotten the double play likely out of the way. Actually, that was the shortstop, or excuse me, the second baseman that ran out there to cover that ball that got away. Either way, Gunnar could not advance. Here we go. First pitch to O'Hearn. Taken, a called strike on a changeup at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, Jackson probably would have tried, and it would have been a mess. Swing and a miss. A heater outside. 0-2 on O'Hearn. One out, runner at first. We're in the top of the 8th. The Orioles ahead 2-1. There goes the runner, and that throw is offline. Gunner's got himself a stolen base. Folks. Now the double play, the conventional double play, is off the books. And Gunner's in scoring position for O'Hearn. Big run out there. Big run. Here's a ground ball fouled off to the right. Still 1-2 on O'Hearn. Did I mention it already tonight? I want to say congratulations to Ryan and his spouse. They are expecting a child. An announcement that he broke at the All-Star game. Swing and a miss. O'Hearn goes down on strikes. 2 down in the inning. Ramon Laureano. Could you help us out, buddy? We need a 2-out stake.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Laureano 1 for 3. Goes after the first pitch, fouls it behind the plate. Come on, Charm City. No balls, 1 strike. Gunner at second. Pitch. Swing and another foul tip. Just got a piece, did Laureano. It's 0-2. Uceta looks very comfortable in this weather. By the way, Sir Anthony Dominguez, who's not even in the ball game yet, he is covered in sweat out there in the bullpen. He looks like the 8th inning guy. And Gunner is going to try to steal third base, and he does. Folks, without a throw, Gunnar Henderson has taken third base. Now a count of 1-2 on Laureano. Pitch. That one's in the dirt. Laureano puts his hand up to let Gunnar know, stay put. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the 8th. Infield shifted to the left for the right-handed hitting Laureano. Swing and a miss. He chased a changeup inside. And that'll end the inning. The Orioles get another runner in scoring position. Cannot get him home. Still haven't scored since the first inning. We'll only have one more chance to add on. And hopefully when we come up again, we'll still have a lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Baltimore in Tampa. Gunner's probably up to about 15 steals on the season, I'd say. Let's see. Where are you at with that, Gunner? I need to bring up the Yahoo box score. Gunner up to 12 steals on the season. No runs in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth innings for the Orioles. First inning was so good. 2-0 right off the bat. After having scored just 2 runs in the previous week. Come on, offense. Where are you? I mean, this could be a 2-1 final, but this ain't the best recipe for success. Gotta score a little more. All right. Why does it say Kim there? Oh, because he's up to hit. That would make sense. All right. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Excuse me. Knight of the Orange Table. I would assume he is going to be our designated setup man with the departure of Brian Baker. Dominguez has been putting up good numbers, and he may, if he is the setup man, not have this role for long. He is another potential trade chip during this trade window. Here is a ground ball into right field, a base hit for Kim. And that is not a good sight. Kim has got some speed. You're going to have to monitor that. He's the tying run on with nobody out. .99 miles an hour in on the hands of Kim, and he's able to turn it around and go the other way. Number 9 hitting Matt Tice is up. This is a must out here. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Tice is 0 for 2. You would think he'd be a good double play candidate. He's already lined into one tonight. And there goes Kim. Here comes Stallings' throw. It's wide. Kim is in safely. A stolen base, the tying run for the Rays, already in scoring position with nobody out. And a 2-0 count on Tice. Five pitches in for Dominguez, and we're in trouble. The 2-0 to Tice. That one's fouled straight back. No sign of a bunt. Perhaps Tice just not able to do that sort of thing. Fairbanks, a righty, along with former Oriole Brian Baker, getting loose in the Tampa bullpen right now. 2-1 the count on Tice. Dominguez with a watchful eye on Kim at second base. Give him another look. The 2-1 pitch, fouled away, a fastball. 2-2 on Tice. You really got to strike him out. Can't let that runner get to third with less than 2 out. Got to keep that runner at second. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swung on and fouled away. As soon as I saw that swing happen, I thought we might have a punch out because that ball was headed for the dirt, but somehow Tice got a piece of it. Still 2-2. Another 2-2. Swung on and hit in the right field. It's going to tie. And that's not going to tie the ball. What am I talking about? It's going to allow Kim to get the third with one out. Oh, boy. That was scary. Tice hits a fly ball to right. O'Neill makes the catch. Kim, though, tags and goes to third. So now, how do we get out of this? Back to the top of the order for the Rays. A fast guy, Chandler Simpson. This is where you really got to watch for that suicide bunt. That is a swing and a foul ball at the plate. No sign of a bunt there from Simpson. The count is 0-1. The infield is drawn in. Even with a strike, you got to be mindful of a potential bunt here. That is high. 1-1 the count. Fastball at 97. Two to 1 Orioles. The Rays are threatening. Tying run 90 feet away. Only one out. The 1-1. That's low. A splitter. Simpson did not chase. Two balls and a strike. Nervous times. Pitch. That one's hit hard but foul. 2-2. Folks, we need one more strike. Come on, Dominguez. You got a strikeout pitch in you. Come on. Come on, buddy. Throw him something nasty. Simpson steps out of the box. Here we go. A 2-2 pitch coming. Swung on and fouled away late on that 99-mile-an-hour heater. Dominguez has options on how to get this guy out. He's seen a little bit of everything. He's late on that fastball. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, hit up the middle. It's a base hit, and this game is tied. That ball left right out over the middle of the plate. We are tied at 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Dean Kremer cannot win the ball game. Didn't score enough runs for him. Jose Caballero is going to pinch hit for Brandon Lau. Lau must be injured. This doesn't make any sense otherwise. Lau, a left-handed batter with a lot of power, very dangerous hitter to have up in this spot, and instead they go to the right-handed, light-hitting Jose Caballero, who's batting .219 on the season. Simpson now at first base. He's a threat to go, and a check on him. Second check, I believe, is late. So, yeah, we got to worry about the potential go-ahead / potential winning run. There he goes. Throw down by Stallings is not in time. And Simpson is pumped. That's about as much as you can pimp a stolen base. right there. 1-1 the count on Caballero. And that pitch looked like it could have been called a strike. We don't get it. Bottom lower inner half of the plate. Good grief. Come on. 2-1 pitch. Nope. Dominguez lifts his leg and then turns around to look the runner back to second base. Two one. That's outside. 3-1. Yandy Diaz is on deck. You don't want to put this guy on to face him. Even though it sets up a double play, it's not the right move. 3-1 pitch. That gets away. All the way to the backstop. It's a ball 4, and Simpson can go to third base. And this game is teetering on the verge of collapse for the Orioles. Stallings really has to get to that ball. Not sure if they called it a wild pitch or a pass ball. My gut would say wild pitch. It was very far inside, but you got to get to that ball. That's not the first time Stallings has done that. They're going to call that a wild pitch. First and third with 1 out, 2-2 tie. The Orioles have Gregory Soto up in the bullpen. Caballero, by the way, can also swipe a base on you. So you got to worry about him. Two stolen bases by the Rays tonight, one from Kim and one from Simpson. We did catch Josh Lowe. Two hits and a walk given up by Dominguez since coming on here in the 8th inning. And the first pitch to Diaz is inside for ball 1. One-oh. Breaking ball, a splitter. That floats inside. It's 2-0. And the runner at first just took second base. So Caballero, without a throw, he's in scoring position. That takes the double play away. And now it's a 3-0 count on Yandy Diaz. Three-oh pitch. Bases loaded. That's not even close. We'll have another conference on the mound. And we'll have a pitching change. Gregory Soto coming in to face the left-handed bat of Jonathan Aranda. 2-2 ball game still. And we've got a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that crystal meth. Give me a break. God. Folks. Chilo. Honestly. Come on, man. Come on. I think we were all in agreement, Chilo, and I think he even marked one of my posts regarding Dominguez and how he's actually been pitching pretty damn well. He didn't have it tonight. Obviously. I put the blame more on this offense. There should be more than 2 runs on the board for us. This shouldn't be a tie game. How about that? I really don't like calling our players bums. That's only reserved for players that absolutely don't give a damn and aren't trying. And I just don't think that's the case with Dominguez. Let's not call players bums, okay? Appreciate it. Right. Again, I know. BW, you and your rules. You're constantly... No, they're pretty... they're pretty set rules. There's not a whole lot of gray area. Where is this? He's not a bum, he's a choker. All right. Well, here's Gregory Soto. I mean, we all thought Dean Kremer pitched well, right? And then he had the final inning where he gave up a couple of hits, gave up a run. Kind of what Dominguez just did. 2 guys have given up a run, and it's a 2-2 ball game. I feel like we should be more concerned about our offense. Here's a ground ball play at the plate, and we can't hold on to the ball. 2 runs will score. And now, if you want to point fingers, go right ahead. It is a disaster in Tampa on this ground ball on the infield. With 1 out, we had a play at the plate. Hell, we might have even been able to turn 2. Instead, we get nothing. Another play at the plate with a catcher unable to handle the throw. I don't know who to blame here. O'Hearn, it was a low throw. Just embarrassing. It's 4-2 Rays. First and third, still only 1 out. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and attack Sir Anthony Dominguez for this game playing out like it is. Oh, 1 on Caminero. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Yeah, O'Hearn's throw was low. It was low. Wasn't a good throw. Should have completely gotten away to allow 2 runs to score. I don't know. I think you kind of have to give both the first baseman and the catcher blame. It doesn't have to be equal blame, but here's a ground ball foul by Caminero. Third base side. I don't think O'Hearn has to try to get traded. I mean, he's very much on the block. The Orioles understand the situation. If they don't have any plans to extend him and keep him, they should be looking to deal him away. This pitch has popped up on the infield, and that'll allow us to get the second out without another runner scoring. Infield pop up to Gunner. 2 away. Caminero retired. All right, folks. What can BW do to make folks feel a little bit better? It's tough. It's tough, folks. It's tough watching the team. It's tough doing what I'm doing while this is happening. It's tough seeing you guys. It's tough. Swing and a miss by Josh Lowe. He's 0 for 2. 2 down, runners at the corners for the Rays. They have come back with a 3-run rally to take the lead late. We'll only have 3 outs to play with to come back, to try to come back. Yeah, there's plenty of suitors out there for Ryan O'Hearn. Plenty of suitors out there for Ced Mullins. There's probably a couple of teams out there that wouldn't mind getting Dominguez, including the Phillies. I've heard some rumors that the Phillies wouldn't mind Dominguez coming back to the team that we traded with to get him. Apparently they need some bullpen help. 1-2 the count on Lowe. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Let's see who the Orioles have coming up in the top of the 9th. Hopefully we won't see the bottom of the order. Looks like Laureano made the final out in the 8th, so it'll be Cowser, O'Neill, and Arias. And we'll need at least one guy to get on base. And if that happens, the number 9 batter Stallings will come up. Pinch hitter for him, surely. Here's a fly ball to left. Laureano will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But the Rays have done some real damage. 3 runs coming to score. They're all charged to Dominguez. A couple of hits and a couple of walks. He only got 1 out. And his ERA has now climbed to nearly 4, 3.96 after that bad appearance. Kremer, by the way, his ERA is at 4.06 after that great start. ERA now nearing the 3s for Kremer. One more good outing will do it. But as things stand here, we are in trouble. We go to the 9th inning. The Orioles are down 2 with the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. Any response would be nice in this 9th inning. I know. Hey, folks, I tell you this. BW is going to go out today and get something to take his mind off of his team. This has been a really, really difficult week. And, you know, I feel helpless. As fans, how do you not feel helpless? All right, Chilo, letting it all hang out. I would amend that statement, Chilo. He only drafts position players. To say he only drafts would imply that he's capable of drafting pitching, which he can't. Colton Cowser is up. Folks, get those cows up in the chat. First pitch to him from Fairbanks, who's on for the Rays to get the save, is a strike. Taylor Walls is in defensively at third base for Caminero for the Rays. Cowser's 0 for 3 tonight. Gets a pitch up and away. Count even up at a 1-1. Come on, Chilo. I know that cow emoji's working for you too, right? 1-1 pitch. That ball's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 on Cowser, leading off the top of the 9th. We need him to get on base, please. Come on. That's up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to get a guy on base. Two. Swing and a miss. Slider from Fairbanks. Pretty nasty. 1 down. Tyler O'Neill. Oh for 3. First pitch to him. You're calling out a strike? It's 3 inches high. It came in high. It was never in the zone, you dick. God, can we just at least lose in a fair way? Swing and a miss, 0-2. God, that was an awful call. Catcher's got to go up here to catch it. It's umpire, strike 1. Okay. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! Eyes! Ah!
Any way you can, Tyler. 0-2 count. Foul back. Yeah, folks, some missed calls by the ump are forgivable and some aren't, you know. It all depends on location, what type of pitch it is. If that pitch was ever in the strike zone for any length of time, that kind of a thing. That ball's hit the right center field. That's going to get down for O'Neill and roll all the way onto the track. Tyler O'Neill has himself a 1-out double. And, hey, that's something. Let's try to build off of that. Fairbanks, eyes wide open after giving up that double. He looks surprised. Come on, folks. Ramon Arias says, it's my turn. Let's see what Ramon can do.
I have a brother.
Hit on the ground, foul. Man, Fairbanks. His arm slot, very tall. Speaking of, Felix Bautista is getting loose just in case. I would love to see him in this ball game. That would mean something good has happened. That one's low. So yeah, Fairbanks, all his pitches seem to come at you from about 9 feet off the ground, with being on that mound, 10, 11 feet off the ground, and just going straight down. Fastballs, sliders, everything's just going down. 1-1 pitch on Arias. Fouled away. 2 strikes. Arias has got a couple of hits tonight. Both doubles, and both of them kind of freakish. But he'll take them. Could use another one right here. 1-2 pitch. He gets a piece, stays alive on a foul ball off to the right. Folks, we'll be back tomorrow with a high noon. And for you folks who are able to, I hope it's high for you. Start time. 5 minutes before noon. I'll be on the air. Come on back. It'll only be in about 13 hours or so. 13, 14 hours. This pitch is fouled again. Arias is hanging in there with a 1-2 count. I'll leave that up to you, Shipoke. One-two pitch. That one was close. A slider. Fairbanks looking to catch the outside corner. Umpire says no. It's 2-2 on Arias. Stallings is due up next, but the Orioles would certainly pinch hit for him. 2-2. Fouled away. Arias still hanging in there. A 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Folks, it looks like the screen's frozen. Let's just take it on over here. Let's get some good vibes. Come on, the hat. How about a little bit of help from you tonight? 2-2 to Arias. That ball is popped up. He got under it. And the left fielder, Mangum, is going to make the catch. The Orioles are down to their final out. And again, we should be seeing a pinch hitter here. Who do we got on the bench? We got Mayo. We got Mullins. Who do you want to go to? Said Mullins, the left-handed bat, probably makes the most sense to keep this game going. If he can get on, Holiday would come up top of the order. Tice goes out to talk to Fairbanks for a sec. Probably a quick scouting report on Said. Come on, Said. You know what to do. You know what we need.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Pretty please. Four to 2 Rays, 2 down in the ninth for Baltimore. Tying run at the plate. Pinch hitter Said Mullins. First pitch is up and in on the fastball for ball 1. Mullins is 1 homer shy of 100. That is a milestone. How about you get it right now? That pitch is also high, 2-0. On Mullins. O'Neill at second base, 2 down. Fairbanks delivery. Mullins turns on it, but it's going to fall in. It is a base hit. O'Neill will come around to score. Mullins doinks one into right field, and this game ain't over quite yet. It's the Rays 4, the Orioles 3, and Jackson Holiday's coming up. All right, Said, how about you swipe that base? Come on, Said. There's one man on this roster that I trust in this situation to get a tying run into scoring position via the stolen base, and that man is standing at first base right now. The other issue is we've got a guy that loves to go after the first pitch coming up to hit Jackson Holliday. Jackson, let's let Ced get in a scoring position and then drive him in. What do you think? I would love to see it. Conference with Fairbanks is over. We are ready, folks. Holiday at the plate. First pitch is high for ball one, and Mullins stays put for now. 1-0 on Holiday. Fairbanks. Next pitch. There goes the runner. Mullins will be safe. A late call from the ump, but Mullins is in there. Throw was to the second base side of the bag. Ced has his 14th steal of the season. And now Holiday with a 2-0 count. Come on. Two 2-0 pitch. Oh, Holiday went after a bad one. A slider that broke straight down. No chance to do anything. The count is 2-1. Tying run, a base hit away in the ninth. The pitch. Low, 3-1. A hitter's count. Speed at second. Fairbanks. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider, and Holiday way out in front. You got to get it under control, Jackson. A bloop will tie the game, okay? We know you like that hard hit ball, but just make sure you make contact. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. Center field. Simpson going back to the track. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch at the top of the wall in dead center field to end this ball game. Jackson Holliday misses a go-ahead home run by a foot. And if he pulls it left or he goes the other way, or pulls it right or goes the other way left, it's out of here. Just more heartbreak tonight in Tampa. 1 run short. Look at the eyeballs on Fairbanks. Holy cow. Oh, folks, the Orioles drop it. They have now lost 4 straight. And yeah, this season is not going to wind up the way we had hoped, folks. You can afford to drop games along the way. You can afford to make mistakes along the way, but you can't afford to drop 4 in a row. Where we were, he just can't do it. So the Rays have clinched the series. The Orioles will come back tomorrow to hopefully avoid a sweep. And yeah, the gap just got farther from us to just 4th place in our own division. Never mind talk of postseason. Playoffs? Playoffs? Playoffs. Folks, I tell you what, I'd rather be cheating on my wife at a Coldplay concert than sit through this game again. That was difficult. It wasn't nearly as infuriating as last night, I guess, but it's just a whole different kind of way to lose. And I think I'm well informed on all the different ways to lose a ball game. I've seen it all this season. Chilo, why? Again, Chilo, why? Why that? Why that? Everybody else is upset. I'm upset. Nobody is saying, hey, we're going to get swept tomorrow. There's no reason to say that. Come on, Chilo. Why do you do this to me? Gosh. Chilo, just promise me this, okay? If the Orioles next season turn this thing around, we get into October, and, Game 3, something happens, and of some series. Just hang in there a little bit. Again, you have a reason to be upset. You've got plenty of criticisms to throw out there, but sweep incoming tomorrow? Why am I showing up? Why should any of us show up then? Come on. It might be his coping mechanism. It is, but why do you have to spread it to everybody else? Internalize that thought, please. Can anyone else tell the difference between criticizing a team or a player or a front office guy versus predicting failure or calling a player a bum? Does anybody see the difference? I'm not trying to pick on somebody here. There's a difference. Don't call me a hypocrite. There's a difference. Okay. So, tomorrow's pitching matchup, if anybody's interested. Apparently, there's no reason to come. We will have... Where is it? It is going to be Trevor Rogers against Ryan Pepio tomorrow. Okay? And yeah, I'm going to hope to see Trevor Rogers pitch well. He's been doing pretty damn well. We're on a 4-game losing streak, which means the last time we did something was when this dude pitched. So I'm going to hope for that tomorrow. Okay? Once again, it's an early start time. Be here by noon, and then you won't be late. Okay? That's your best bet. Just when the clock strikes 12, head on over here. Let's see. I'm going to take a peek into... And again, Chilo, we good, right? We good, Chilo? Again, I'm walking this tightrope because I've got respect for Chilo. I know Chilo cares about this team. I know Chilo is a fan. I'm just trying to get Chilo. It doesn't. It seems to. I don't have a way to do it though. It's just going to continue to happen. I just got to tell you, Chilo, it hurts. It hurts for me to read those comments from you sometimes. So if that helps you to curb it, knowing that it hurts me. Maybe that will be the inspiration. And again, I hope you do see the difference. And it's all now suddenly the Steve talking to Chilo show. I just, you're an important part of the community, Chilo. I want to get you, to be on board. Look, I'm upset that you know how I feel. You know. If you want to get into it, I'm ready to clean house. You got to do it. It's a step-by-step process. Unfortunately, the people probably most responsible for the downfall of this team are the ones in positions to not be the first to go, if you know what I'm saying. But we need to start We need to start looking at a new direction coming up this offseason. I mean, somebody was mentioning earlier about a lack of Mike Elias being around for a lot of these player signings, and is that a clue as to Elias knowing that his time with the club is probably coming to an end? So why bother making personal connections with players that aren't going to be under your jurisdiction in just a couple of months or so? Maybe. I don't know. It is something for, for debate. But we're all guessing at this point. Here's Jim Palmer again with the wrap-up show. I feel so bad for Palmer. I'm not joking. Melanie Newman apparently gets the whole week off. He's traipsing around at the All-Star game. And meanwhile, we got a Hall of Fame legend who's like in his 80s doing a wrap-up game at a minor league spring training ballpark. Let Palmer go home. God. I'm going to take a look at Rockabatko's Twitter feed, see if there's any notes. Cade Povich tonight pitched for Norfolk. He went 3 1/3 innings. Struck out 6 in 3 1/3. Gave up 3 hits and a walk, 1 run. Had a wild pitch. 62 pitches, 40 for strikes. Those are the two numbers that jump out at me. 3 1/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, and basically a 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio. That's encouraging from Povich. There's something. That's about it. I'm going to go over to Orioles Twitter and see what kind of comments are left under their final score post. There it is. There's over 100 comments already. You know, I will say this about Oriole fans on Twitter, but I'm sure it's true for every fan base. You really aren't doing... You're not anything special if you only focus on commenting after losses or even when something's positive. We just signed a player. Great. Can we get some pitching now? Like, there's people out there who just want to take a dump on anything. But obviously with a game like this, it's like, it's the lowest of low-hanging fruit. Twitter trolls are going mad right now, I'm sure. Yeah, this guy's already got a Tyler O'Neill meme ready to go. Like people make this an industry. That was a tough one. Ugh. Yuck. These are the ones I can read. Guess Tony will say, well, it's only one game. That is so true. That is so true. Honestly, that's my biggest thing. Mansolino, tonight, there were several egregiously bad calls on balls and strikes. But you know what? Even the players aren't really reacting in a way that says this team is healthy. This team cares about every pitch. But everything, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it all goes back to your manager. That is your job, dude. This is the opposite of lighting a fire under a team's ass. This is throwing a blanket over the fire and stomping it out. My phone died earlier. I was going to say maybe if our manager would show some life. Again, 410 kid, I've been saying it now for weeks. I'm counting the games until Mansolino does one thing. He doesn't even have to get ejected. Just bark. Bark once. And like somebody pointed out last night, you don't even have to be correct. You can sit there and bark about some absolute bullshit. Just do it. Okay? If it's just to put on a show, you know what? It will look cringe because I know Mansolino, he's probably worried about it. He's probably worried about how silly he would look trying to get thrown out of a ball game. Because I just don't think that aspect is in him. Which, look, that don't make you a bad person in regular life. Maybe you're just a nice guy and, flying off at the handle isn't your thing. And there's a lot of positive things about having that personality trait. There's a lot of things you can do in life where that kind of attitude would fit you well. Not as a Major League Baseball manager, though. You need to get pissed off. I'm sorry. I've never seen a manager. I mean, even like Joe Torre was considered pretty quiet, but he still got thrown out. Just look at take a look. Go to baseballreference.com, look up most career ejections by a manager, and just look at the names. Look at the names and then start counting the pennants and rings that those managers have won over the years. There is a correlation there. But yeah, Mansolino has not shown a single indication of any of that. And that might be my number one problem right now. Because again, so many other things out of our control, so many things you have to consider aren't going to be addressed until the off season. And again, we have to see how everything shakes out after this trade window. We got to see where the chips, we got to see what's left. And then start doing our analysis then. Because it's going to be a lot of turnover, I think. But until all that, when we're talking about what can we do right now, well, I know we're not going to change our hitting philosophy right now. It's been a problem since last year. It seems like we're only leaning into it more than trying to address it. Base running has been a problem. Are we going to focus on that next spring? I've been told that that's something you can only do in the spring. That's nonsense to me. We had an all-star break. Anybody who's got a problem like Jackson Holiday, where are you going, kid? How about you stay behind and run some base running drills? You could use it. It would be better for your future if you did. But yeah, none of this is happening. It really feels like going into the break, the team just shut the lights off, like you're just leaving your day job and coming back after the week. Oh, wait, we got a press conference. Kremer was awesome. Of course he was. I'm sure you would love to spend the entire press conference talking about Dino. Tough luck. Again with the head tilt. Every time I see Mansolino, his head's tilting more. Well, actually, it took a tough bounce. I'm sorry, my neck snapped, and I'll just have to answer questions like this. Yeah. Huh? Is this Major League Baseball's first AI-generated manager? I would get more analysis if I asked ChatGPT about how this game went. Wow, what a word salad he's putting together. He's giving a 3-minute answer to a nothing question in order to, fill his time obligation. Turn this off. Turn this off. I don't even have Melanie Newman's cans to look at today. I mean, Ben McDonald and Kevin Brown aren't around. This sucks. Right. I guess that's going to about wrap it up for tonight, folks. What a week. What a week of baseball for the Orioles. Yeah. I wish I could be more positive, but if I were, I would be a complete phony, wouldn't I? I'm doing my best to tell it like it is without completely, just eviscerating individual players and whatnot. I don't want to take it that far. But yeah, it's... Cal. Calling Cal Ripken, folks. Calling Cal Ripken. Cal. Face of the franchise for my entire life. Could you please... can you go back into your memory bank and remember what the Oriole way was? You're the last surviving member that could actually translate the past and implement it into the modern day team. Is that possible, Cal? I need you to do this, Cal. You're with the team every day. You've got stake in this. And you know how much this baseball team means to the city and to the state and to Oriole fans scattered all over the world. I'm in frickin' Thailand, Cal. I consider you a legend. I probably would faint if I were to reach out to shake your hand and we made eye contact. I've met a lot of famous people over the years, and I'm just fine treating them like regular people. You, on the other hand, are a legend. You were my hero growing up, and you will always be my hero, my number one sports hero. You are a part owner of this team. Would you please just help get the personnel we need in here. You know the attitudes we need. And you know what? It's okay for there to be some animosity between a GM and the manager, or between ownership and the manager, or between the it's okay. We've got more examples than you can count, including our own franchise, where relationships weren't always the best, but everybody was doing what they had to do to win. Okay? Right now, I'm seeing a team that seems more focused on, boy, aren't we all getting along good? Than a team that is focused on, what do we have to do to win? What do we got to do? You got to bring that back, Cal. Okay? We don't need another giveaway. We don't need another bobblehead. We don't need another floppy hat. We need the Oriole way. All right? Please. All right, that's all I got, folks. I just had to get that off my chest. We will be back tomorrow at the end of the morning, start around noon for the final game of this series. I will be in some kind of a mood. I would anticipate it being an interesting one no matter what it is. So you're not going to want to miss it, folks. If only for a short while. Come on out and check in on the ball game. Let me see if anybody is streaming right now. I'll send you their way, and then I will call it a night. Once again, the Orioles have lost 4 straight. They had a 2-0 lead in the top of the first and were unable to do anything all the way home until one more run until it was too late. Come back. Final score, Rays 4, Orioles 3. And the Orioles dropped back to what, 10 below? 43 and 53. Or is it 11 below? I don't know. Yeah, we're 11 below, 43 and 54. It's yeah, I don't have to tell you, folks. I'm just going to sign off, I think. Let me just check one more place. All right. Yep, it's time to get some breakfast. Thanks to everybody in the Charm City chat. Thanks to Andrea for once again popping in to deliver a free Magic membership to a fortunate subscriber. Thanks to those who did subscribe tonight. Thanks for everybody for hitting the like button. Thanks to the mods for helping to keep the chat nice and charming. And I think that about does it, folks. I'll be back in about 14 hours. All right? Hope to see you then. Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Have a good night, everybody.